Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a little pickup video. Today's one is from Halifax and Bradford. The last couple of days, because the lad's up here for a few days. Just because he's got a couple of days off annual leave, so he thought he'd come up here for like about 9-10 days and have a bit of catch up time and a bit of time for him to chill out for himself. So yeah, he's come up for a few days, and yesterday we went to Halifax. Sorry guys, you know I'm like fidget ass. We went to Halifax and we went to View Cinema and we went to see Weapons, which we both really loved and enjoyed. I was going to do a 5-minute review of it, but I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, we went there and we saw a film, and we went and did a bit of browsing around CEX, and we went to Revo Records. So we went there too. So I'll show you what we got yesterday first from Halifax. First of all, we went to CEX and the lad got on 4K a Western, my favourite Western of all time. So you already know what it is because I've told you many times it's my favourite Western of all time. Clint Eastwood directed film of Unforgiven. Incredible film starring Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman and Richard Harris. So just taking off the stickers. There we go. So he got that on 4K. Really cool. It's got the 4K and the Blu-ray disc in it. Really good. I do own a copy of this. It's my favourite Western of all time. Just an amazing film, a revenge film, as most Westerns pretty much are. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So he picked up the Unforgiven from CEX. From CEX, I picked up a box set that I've been after for quite a while. But it's always been stupidly priced. But it was £12. I thought, okay, I'm grabbing that. And it's the BFI's releases of Ghost Stories for Christmas. Unfortunately, the negative thing, the CEX sticker has left markings on there, as you can see down there as well. If you can see it, that's where the sticker's been. Their stickers sometimes are just awful. When you look at sort of stuff like this, you're thinking, now it's kind of not ruined it, but it's taken the shine off it, and literally it has taken the shine off it there, because as you can see it's all shiny. Yeah, I've been after this for such a long time. I'm not going to review this, guys, until Christmas week. This will get reviewed up on my channel, and the films in this set will be reviewed over Christmas week. So it comes with the slipcase. It comes with 3 discs. And it also comes with the booklet. So it's really, really cool because it is complete, which is really nice. Got Sir John Hurt there, the late great John Hurt. He's in one of the films, so that's really cool. So I'm not going to go into detail with this. Oh, I love him as well. Can't remember his name. Put it down below, guys. But I love him. Such a good actor. I think he was in Theatre of Blood. I'm sure he was. Anyway, fantastic. Really glad to have picked that up. Been after it for a while. So they were our pickups from CEX. Yes, not a lot, but you know, sometimes there's not a lot there. But what you get is something that you really want. I've been after this for such a long time. My lad's looking forward to watching this because he's been getting into the Westerns lately, mostly down to the Dollar trilogy. But yeah. So that's cool. That was the pickups from CEX. And then we went to Revo Records. So I'll give them a little shout. They're in Halifax. Go down there and check them out. They do vinyl. They do new vinyl and they do second-hand vinyl. They also do new and second-hand CDs. So it's pretty cool. And he picked up a couple of second-hand vinyl albums at really good prices. They're about sort of £7, £8 each sort of thing. The first one we got is one of my favourite bands from my childhood. When I was at school, I was obsessed with 2 bands, Adam and the Ants and The Police. I absolutely love the Police. So he picked this up, which is their first album, Outlanders Do 'Em All, and he's actually picked up the US release of it, and that's what's different. In the English release, it had the all collage of pictures, and it had a blue corner here with all the information in it. But in this American edition, it doesn't have that. It's like that. So he picked that up, which is my favourite album by the Police. One of the favourite albums by the Police, but they're definitely one of my favourite bands. You can see it's an original by the coloration of the white vinyl. It comes in really good condition. See if I can not drop it. Yeah, we couldn't find any sort of scratches on it. A bit of dust, but you know, that's pretty cool condition for its age. This was released in 1979. It's come in the original inner sleeve, which is fantastic. Let me just put it back in right. So he picked that one up, which is really cool. Great album. I love the Police, really do. This was the one of my first albums that I ever bought. The first album I ever bought was by a band called Darts, if you remember them. But then I bought Adam and the Ants, Dirk Wears White Socks, and then I bought the Police, Outlanders Do 'Em All. So this is one of my first albums I ever bought, and now the lad owns it. And I also think in the English one, I think that's a different colour. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's blue. But yeah, in the American one, it's red by the looks of it. I think that could be another difference. But yeah, he picked that up. Really cool. It was dirt cheap. And he picked up another album. This one is a band I love, but it was a real love of my mum's, his nan. So he picked it up because it's got a family history, and it's the Electric Light Orchestra and Discovery. Really good album. Yeah, it's not like as good as Out of the Blue, which is probably their most famous album with Sweet Talking Woman and Mr. Blue Sky and that on it. But this one's got Don't Bring Me Down, and what other singles has it got on here? Last Train to London, Confusion. So it's got about three or four singles on there. Really cool. Again, it's an original 1980s release, this one. Obviously, there are other albums where it's 70s. Really nice cover, beautiful artwork. This is really cool because it comes with an ELO poster. Now, how cool is that? That is amazing. I didn't see that in there. That is so cool. Wow. Really, really cool. That would be on my wall. That would really cool. I do like ELO. And it's also got the original sleeve with the photos of the band and the song lyrics. Now, this one, it looks really nice. The vinyl looks in good condition, but if you look, it has got a slight bend on one corner. If you can see, you probably can't pick it up on there, but it's a very slight bend on there. But I don't think that's going to affect the sound, because this shop, when it takes in second-hand records, they test everyone to make sure they work. But it's it goes down slightly there. Don't know if you can see it. It's not obvious, so it probably won't affect the sound quality. But they do test the records out before they buy them off anyone or anything like that, or sell them. So we're pretty much guaranteed that it should be fine. Obviously, we're not going to be guaranteed any crackles, because records hold crackles, don't they? So that's really cool. So yeah, that came with the poster and the original artwork and everything. Really cool. So he bought those yesterday. Really cool. He's really happy with them. There were some other vinyls there that look quite quick, which look quite nice. But he went with ELO and the Police, which I don't blame him, because you're guaranteed a class album by both of those bands. Now, in the post, I received a CD, Staying on Music. I ordered this a couple of weeks ago. It took a while to get here from Rare Waves. It took quite a while, but it's come. It's one of my favourite bands, rock bands from the 70s that I absolutely adored. They come out in the 70s and they grew bigger and bigger. And in the 80s, they got quite big, and then they sort of went their own sort of separate ways, and obviously we lost the lead singer, unfortunately, and it is Thin Lizzy album with Phil Lynott. It's called The Boys Are Back in Town. It's a strange release, this one, because it's got 2 DVDs and 1 CD. The DVD is a documentary about Phil Lynott and Thin Lizzy. The second DVD is a full concert at Sydney, Australia, back in the 1970s, 1974, on that DVD, and the CD contains the CD of that concert. So you've got the CD full concert there, and you've got it on DVD, and you've also got a documentary of Thin Lizzy. So it's a pretty cool release. Really, really neat. This was released also as a 2 Blu-ray and 1 CD, but I'm quite happy with the DVD, to be honest, because it was a good price. I think it was about £11. I think it's pretty much out of print in a lot of places now, but when you do see it, it's like £30–40. So to get the DVD one, yes, it was cheaper, but I'm happy with it. It's in my collection, and I'll get to listen to one of my favourite bands of that era, Thin Lizzy, one of my childhood bands. Them and Dr. Feelgood were 2 bands that I absolutely adored in the rock scene. Obviously the punk scene, or post-punk scene if you like. I loved The Police, Joy Division, and all those wonderful bands, Adam and the Ants. So that was our pickups from Halifax. But today we went off to Bradford, and we had a little bimble around. We went to CEX, and we went to H&B. We went to CEX first. I managed to complete a film series that I have that released 3 films. I had 2, and now I've got 1 that was missing. So I'm really chuffed with that. So we'll get to that, but we'll get to what the lad got first. So from CEX, he got the 4K release of so many stickers on here, guys. Let me take them off. 4K release of a Dario Argento film. I'm just taking off these stickers. Sorry, guys. The film is called Il Gatto al Nova Code in Italian. I'll probably pronounce it completely wrong. But if you want to know what the English title is, it is The Cat of Nine Tails. So he managed to pick that up. It was only £10 for the 4K. Sadly, here we go. Sadly, it didn't come with the limited edition stuff, although it says it on the box. It's supposed to have some art cards and posters, but they weren't there. This was the thing that made me angry when I went into that shop. When we was up the till buying stuff, I was looking behind there. In their bin, guys, this is no lie, there were slipcases, and there were booklets and stuff from films. So are they throwing that stuff away? You know what I mean? Because when I was, you remember a few weeks ago, I ordered that Hammer film, four-sided triangle, and it came complete except it was missing the poster and stuff like that. I'm sure CEX are chucking that stuff away. I think they're not putting stuff properly in the basket, when they're selling them, and it just gets chucked away. I said to Guy, "Oh, does it come with the limited stuff?" And he was like, "No, sorry, obviously not." That was his attitude, and I was just thinking, man, that just sucks. You're paying your money for it, and it says it on there, the box, that it comes with that. So my argument with them is, now, if you're taking a second hand, that doesn't mean it's got to be in shit condition or not be complete. It just means someone else has owned it, right? That's what second hand means. It doesn't mean it's got to be, not working or anything like that, or worse than the new. It should be still the same if you're paying the prices that they charge for new stuff and stuff like that. The new edition of this is in the moment HMV about 15 quid on 4K. So I'm thinking, hang on a minute, so it should still be complete and everything like that, but it's not. But so I think that if they've taken things in and it's not complete, they need to read to see what's supposed to be in it. If it's not there, they sell it at a cheaper price because they're selling stuff that's not complete. And they label that on the sticker, missing, booklet, art cards or whatever. They should do that, especially when you're paying your money. Like that four-sided triangle, I paid the full price that it sells for online, and I had it because I got it because I had a voucher to cash in. So I paid the same price if I bought it new, but it had bits missing. I think that's just wrong. You know, it's just wrong. And I complained to them by email. Didn't want to know. So be wary of CEX. Their customer service is terrible. So just be wary of when you're buying from them. So I always say to you, if you're going to buy anything that's collectors from them, get it in store if you see it and you can see it's complete. Be very wary about buying it online, okay? Because a lot of time, like my one said, complete with art cards, posters, and it wasn't. Anyway, back to that. He picked up Cat o' Nine Tails, which is really, really cool. Great film, great Giallo film. And he picks up a couple of films to complete one of his collections. And they were £3 each. He got I Spit on Your Grave 3 and I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu. He's got 1 and 2 of the remake series. And he's got the original as well, the Video Nasty. But they made a remake and that spawned 3 sequels to it. So now he's managed to complete his I Spit on Your Grave collection. Because there's no point trying to buy. There is a box set you can get with all 4 of them in it. So there's no point in doing that if you've already got a couple of them, really, is it? So he just thought, well, that would complete it. And they were £3 a piece. So for £6, he's completed his I Spit on Your Grave collection. So that's pretty cool. And he got one more other film in CEX, a sort of classic. Now, I'm not sure if this is an Amicus or a Tygon film. I'm not sure. But I think it should probably go under that. But it's a Peter Cushing film, and it's called Island of Death. And we picked that up for £8. Really cool. I'm sure this has got a Tygon release. I'm sure it has. Something in my brain says it has, but my brain's fucked. I don't know. But anyway, he picked this up, so it's really, really cool. Peter Cushing film. It's about this island, obviously, and it's got terror on it. And it's called Island of Terror. So, yeah, really, really cool. Yeah.
It's neither of those.
Okay. You just told me it's not either of them, and it is region free as well, guys. If anyone in another country thinks about buying it, as you can see down there, it's got a region free logo. So that's pretty cool. Peter Cushing in Island of Terror. So that was the lads' pickups from CEX. He managed to get Cat o' Nine Tails, the 2 Spit on Your Grave films to complete his collection of that, and Island of Terror starring Peter Cushing. Really cool. Right, so my CEX pickups. Let me get those sorted. I only picked one item up for me, but it's something that completes my series, and I'm really lucky because it's a collector's edition, and my other 2 ain't. It's a weird collection, this one, because 2 of the films are on Arrow, and the first film of this collection is on Second Sight. And it's just like, what's going on with the world out there? Anyway, it's I believe the director is Stuart Gordon. I'm sure it is. Well, I know he directed the original, so I don't know if he directed this one, but it is from the Reanimator series, and it's the one I didn't have, and it's Bride of Reanimator, the collector's edition, in a, I'd say 7 or 8 out of 10 condition, because it does have a little bit of bending there on the J card. But yeah, there's a reverse. Looks like a creation there of a hand with eyeballs on it. Very cool. This is very close to Frankenstein. It's like another take on Frankenstein, if you like. Really cool. Great film. I saw it years ago, so it's good to add it to my collection. It comes in a soft box, not a hardback box. Comes with a booklet. The booklet is mammoth, and this booklet is a comic book. of Reanimator. So it looks like a comic book series in its entirety. With sort of like each comic in here. So that's pretty neat. It's quite a quirky idea, as you can see. So it looks like individual. They probably released these as single issues, and now they've released it in this set as a book. So that's really, really cool. So that comes with it. I don't know if it's meant to come with anything else. Limited edition exclusive booklet, comic booklet of Reanimator, reprinted for this by Stuart Gordon. So it just comes with that book. There's no posters or art cards. I tell a lie, because inside here there's a little envelope, and in that you have, well, it's not really an art card, it's more like just an advert for Arrow, but it does have a booklet, a film associated booklet. Really cool. He's become one of my favourite horror actors over the years, because I only really ever saw him in Reanimator, but I've seen him in other films, and every film I've seen him in, he's been really, really cool. I really like him. There's a nice picture there, cool. So again, this is going to be similar to The Bride of Frankenstein, you know, so that's pretty cool. So it does come with that. It comes with 3 discs. 3 discs. See what's on the disc. We've got a Blu-ray. We have a DVD. And we have another Blu-ray. So it comes with... Okay, that's cool. Okay, there we go. Comes with 2 Blu-rays and 1 DVD. Now, one Blu-ray's got the rated version, and the other Blu-ray's got the unrated version, and the DVD has got the unrated version on DVD. So that's pretty cool, and it's going to have a mammoth amount of special features, as we can see listed on there as well. So that's pretty cool. So you've got 2 different versions of the film with some pretty nice artwork, I think. Really cool. So yeah, I managed to get that, and it's not say it's a holy grail, but it's definitely a really good pickup. It wasn't particularly that cheap, but to be honest, they've had it a lot more expensive than what I've picked it up today. I think the sticker on it said 25, but it was cheaper. When it's gone through the till, it was 22. So I actually got it a bit cheaper than the price it was labelled at. It's obviously had a price drop, but they haven't done it in store. But there we go. So that came, and it's complete with the booklets and the 3 discs. So that's really cool. What I would have preferred would have been a Blu-ray with both cuts of the movie on it, a DVD with the cuts of the movie on it, and replace the other Blu-ray with a CD soundtrack. That would have been cool. But there we go. Still a really cool set. A really nice box. It's embossed there, which is really nice. And so is the front. It's embossed. You can't really pick that up on the screen. Oh, there you go. You can see it's embossed on the screen, which is really, really nice. Cool. And that was my pickup from CEX. But again, we went to HMV. We didn't pick up too many there. But what we did get, I think, was pretty spot on good films. At the moment, they're running an offer with Radiance Films where you get 2 for 22. So we picked 1 each. The lad got this one, starring Vincent Price, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and it's Scream and Scream Again, which I believe is based on sort of like a serial killer in London, if I remember right, reading something about it. So he picked that up, which is really, really cool. I am actually dying to see this, because if it's good, I will buy it myself, because I love all 3 of them, and to own this film would be really cool. I believe it is an Amicus film. Let me double check. Let me put on the Jim Royal glasses with the sticker attached. mug. So I've just taken the stickers off and put them down, landed on my glasses, and they were stuck. So wonderful. Scream and Scream Again. Let's have a look. I'm trying to see if it says it was Amicus. It says American International. So I don't know if this is an Amicus release. It just looks like it should be. But there we go. Maybe not. But he picked up that one, Scream and Scream Again. And I picked up the stickers on my glasses. Right, so it was 2 for 22. So he got that one. And I picked up a giallo, an Italian giallo called Murder Obsession. I believe this is about a filmmaker, horror filmmaker. He goes home to visit family and these murders start happening when he goes back home. I don't want to go too much into it because I want to look at this and review it on my channel. But it's really cool. We managed to pick up 2 amazing films for 2 for 22. They do have some other good titles in there. There's Night of the Devil, which is absolutely an amazing underrated horror film, Italian film. So cool, about this sort of family living in this woodlands area, and this guy stumbles across them, and it's just like this demon living out there. It's really cool, guys. Really cool film. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, so they were our pickups from the Radiance sale. The lad picked up a new release, and I picked up a new release too. Not new films, but new releases. He picked up from Arrow a sort of crime action adventure film called Enemy Territory, which when we read through the synopsis, it has a little bit of a assault on precinct sort of vibe going on in the film, and I think it is a 70s or 80s movie. I don't know the year of the film, but I'm sure it's going to be 87. So it's an 80s film, so that's going to be cool. It's going to be right up his street because he loves 80s horror, 80s crime, 80s thriller films. He just loves it. I do too, because I think it's always got really nice music and stuff like that. This is the new release, which looks like it has a booklet and stuff inside. So he picked that up. Really cool. New release, $17.99. Not too bad. Not too bad. And I picked up a collector's edition, which is one that I've been, when it came out, I thought I want to pick that up. But I was quite happy to get a Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray, but the only one they had in the store was a collector's edition, so I picked it up. And it's a giallo that looks really, really awesome. It's a giallo with a twist. Anyway, it's called 7 Deaths in a Cat's Eye. Not in a brown eye, in a cat's eye. And I'll tell you the difference with this one. It's a vampire film. It's a vampire film, but with a 1970s giallo twist in it. So wow, that's going to be so cool. It wasn't particularly cheap, but you know, it's a collector's edition. So we'll have booklet or whatever it is in there, poster probably, and it comes with a nice slipcase and a hardback. But who's that? And the hardback box, so it's really cool. I'm not gonna open it. I will save that for when I get around to reviewing it. So a longish video, but there we go. That was our pickups from Halifax and Bradford. Cheers, guys.